Unless you were caught in this weekend's deadly downpour, you probably don't have a grasp on the unbelievable amount of water that came out of the night sky.
The storm claimed the lives of 3 members of the Ripley family as their home was just simply swept away. Local 12's Rich Jaffe has spent the last 2 days, as a matter of fact, in Brown County and joins us with more on the family and the rescues caught on tape that likely saved lives. Rich?
Rob, this is the 125 hill coming out of Hamersville. People who know this area know this is a tremendously long hill, goes down, then comes back up and leads you into Georgetown. Right now, this entire stretch of roadway is closed down because the flash flood Saturday night tore up huge pieces of asphalt and literally folded this road up in many, many parts. But it's also a really scenic area. It's even got its own waterfall. But Saturday night, this entire roadway became a waterfall, and almost a deadly one at that. The roadway looked like a raging river when Georgetown police officer Sean Inlow and Lieutenant Robert Gifford battled their way uphill towards the stranded motorists. Firefighter Brian Detlinger is first to run up the torrent, then Officer Inlow. They're trying to get to more than half a dozen trapped motorists, including a woman and her children. Inlow's actually knocked to his knees at one point and struggles to get back up. A fire truck blasts its way forward. Here, Inlow and Gifford again approach to try and rescue the motorists.
The only reason why you become a police officer or a firefighter, EMS, whatever, is because you want to help. So that's the adrenaline starts flowing. You want to get there. You want to help. And in this situation here, they knew there were people stranded. I don't think they knew the extent of what they were driving into.
At one point, a firefighter was actually knocked off his feet and swept away, saving himself by catching hold of a fire hose. The water cascading off of these hills raced downstream, becoming a flash flood in Ripley, which swept away a mobile home and the family inside. Killed were Vicki Kinnard, her son Gabriel, and daughter Rose. Their father, Tony, and brothers Nick and Marco survived by hanging onto trees until they were rescued. On Saturday, the Ohio Rural Heritage Association is holding a dinner in concert at Ripley Elementary to honor veterans and first responders. Proceeds will now go to help this family that lost so much.
We just knew those people as far as the location of where they were and the needs of that family, and it just was a spontaneous thing that, we have to help them. And a lot of people in Ripley felt the same way.
With this happening, along with the tragedy down in Ripley, I had one of my guys actually send me a message later on that morning. He said, I hugged my kids tighter this morning than I have in a long time.
Now, at the bottom of this road, just beyond the bend you're looking at, is a small bridge before it goes up to Georgetown. That bridge has a sheer drop down to the creek and the rocks below, and you can bet that if someone had really been knocked off their feet and gone down this tremendous chute and hit that bridge and gotten washed overboard there, they would have certainly been dead from hitting the rocks down below. In Brown County, Rich Jaffe, Local 12 News. Rob?
Rich, do you think so many people got trapped in this because it's not an area that necessarily has this happen a lot? I mean, some of the creeks in the area flood all the time when it rains heavily. But in this case, I don't remember reporting about this roadway or this creek doing this in the past.
The people who live around here and the people I spent the day with yesterday down in Ripley all told me that they have never, ever seen floods like what we saw here Saturday night, Sunday morning. Even those of us who went through the 97 floods, guys down there never saw water like they did over the course of this weekend. This was an anomaly, but it tells you just how deadly it can be to live at the bottom of a hill.
Very true.
Rob?
Rich Jaffe, thanks very much. A fund has been set up at Citizens Deposit Bank in Ripley to help Vicki Kinnard's family, and there will be a candlelight vigil tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for the family in front of St. Michael's School in Ripley, should you like to go. That's an opportunity to remember Vicki, Gabriel, and Rosa. Rich mentioned that event on Saturday night to raise money for her husband and 2 surviving sons. We have a link at local12.com for you. Just click on the red Get It button.